Perfect.
Who better than Derek, Pat, Andrew, the wrestling crew? Man, they bout to put an end to y'all careers like a finishing move. They bout to give y'all facts on these cats that's fighting on these mats. Y'all can't see them like John Cena. Even if y'all had 20/20 vision, y'all better listen, pay attention, and take notes down and realize that it's not your time now. And watch these three kings take the crown. Hey, hey.
This is Chris Payne, and you're listening to Wrestling IQ 101.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Wrestling IQ 101. I'm Andrew, aside Pat and Derek.
You.
And you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Wrestling IQ 101. Also at WrestlingIQ101.com. And today we're sitting with the Beach Bums, Killer Crow, TJ Crawford, and the Flamingo, Freddie IV. How's everything going?
It's good.
Going, man.
It's good.
Glad to be here.
Nice. I like that. Freddie IV. I've never thought about that. It's like, that sounds a lot cooler than like...
Yeah,
like
people
Freddie
have
the
different
Fourth.
interpretations of it. They're not really sure what it means. Yeah, it is Freddie the Fourth.
Yeah, I like that though.
Some
Freddie
people
IV.
think it has something to do with IVs you find on a beach. that wasn't my initial expectation.
Oh man, how you guys doing today?
Pretty
Good.
Pretty good. Nice summer day.
Tired.
Tired. Yeah, man. All
Haven't-
that surfing, I mean, you guys are tired.
I think I've gotten a full night's sleep in like 2 weeks.
Oh man. So can you kind of tell our fans like just tell us about like the Beach Bums, how you guys got started, you know, just let's start how you guys got into wrestling first. Let's do that.
I mean, I'm originally from Jersey. I moved to Chicago. When I moved back to Jersey for training, I mean, I've been a wrestling fan pretty much my whole life, and it was always something I wanted to do. And I remember WrestleMania 23. I seen Jeff Hardy jump off a ladder onto Edge, and I was like, right there is when I knew this is what I wanted to do. So, yeah, started training last January. So yeah, that's how. When Jeff Hardy jumped off the ladder, that's what sparked my. I need to do this. This is what I want to do in my life.
That's the thing. Like everybody always talks about how wrestling's about the moments, and like that one thing, it just stands out to
Yeah.
everybody. I think everybody can always pick out their one thing that they love about wrestling. You know?
Yeah. I'm young, so everyone gets mad when I say WrestleMania 23 was like my first WrestleMania mememory.
He's a baby. He's just a baby.
Yeah, everybody comes on there like WrestleMania 4.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Except Brandon Kirk, he's a little younger too, so he
Yeah,
had
so
like I don't remember what he did exactly.
it was like Rey Mysterio or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio was
There's,
like,
something
I was thinking-
close.
Kid Christian.
And King Christian.
Yeah,
King
he-
Christian.
yeah,
like
King
John
Christian.
Cena or something like
John
that.
Cena. I was like, really?
because he's younger than me.
Yeah,
I'm young.
I'm not much better. I have like 3 years on him. So my first WrestleMania was WrestleMania 21. So John Cena, RVD,
All
Rey
right.
Mysterio, those are my guys growing up. I never really thought about being a wrestler as a serious pursuit. I always thought it would be cool and would kind of like fantasize about it and, you know, wrestle with my friends and my brother and everything like that. But I never really realized it was something you can actually do.
Yeah.
So my dream growing up was actually always to be a creative writer for WWE
Oh, nice.
or doing like graphic design, something like that. I was always into the storyline side of things. And I was always looking into it, like looking into the internships for their creative writing department. And they'd always say you have to have experience in the film world. And I didn't know how I was going to get that. But I thought maybe like another way you can get in there is if you're already an established wrestler,
Yeah.
then eventually you can be a creative writer for them. So I'm not sure what kind of sparked it, but eventually I realized like halfway through college that there's actually schools you can go to learn how to professionally wrestle. And for whatever reason, it never clicked that there was something like that out there. I always thought they would just pick off the guys that were either related to wrestlers, guys that were huge football players, something like that. As that's most of the guys that I would see on TV.
Right.
But then I guess I started seeing guys like CM Punk and Daniel Bryan like starting to come from the independent wrestling world and they were getting a break in WWE. So I realized that there were guys clearly coming from somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I started looking into it and realizing that there was schools all over the place, and actually we're in a really good area for pro wrestling schools. So I started doing my research while I was in college, and halfway through my junior year, I decided that it was going to be something I had to try. Whether or not I'd make it, it was something I had to get out of my system, see how I would do, sink or swim, and yeah, just see how it would work. So as soon as I graduated college, a year and a half later, I did my last acting final, and then 2 days later, I started training at WrestlePro.
That's awesome. I mean, how did you guys get together as the Beach Bums?
Well, me and Brody started like around the same time. He started like 2 weeks after I did, and me and him just like became friends like instantly. And we always talked about, oh, we're gonna be a tag team. Then Freddie joined. Was it like 2-3 months after us?
I think 3 or 4 months after you.
And going into the summer, we all kind of had our separate things going on. And then when WrestlePro announced that they're doing the Trios tournament, got in a group chat. We were like, hey, doing a Trios tournament, we should probably get together. It's probably our best shot of getting on shows, best shot of doing something, whether it lasts 2 months or it lasts 3 years. Who knows? So let's try something, spit out some ideas. And Beach Bums were born on a group chat for like 2 days of just spitting out ideas, spitting out names.
I know a lot of mine revolved around the beach, around lacrosse, like some kind of bro-y thing. And yeah, Beach Bums just had a nice ring to it.
Well, it worked out because now you're the Trios champions.
Yeah.
How is it? Because you guys have been there almost a year now, WrestlePro, and now you're already a champion. Like, how crazy is that for you guys? Does it feel surreal?
Yeah. When and the May 20th in Rahway, when we beat Espinoicos for the titles, that was like, you don't really think about it until after the 3 count hits. I remember 3 count hits, celebrating, and then once Dave announces that we're the new Trios champions, it's like, that's when it finally kicks in, and like the emotions really start to go. Grab Freddie, I grab Brody. We're like, this is really,
we
really just won the
I couldn't
titles
get him
now.
off the ground. He actually did it, and he was just like kind of covering his face. I was like, no, we gotta like stand up. We gotta celebrate this. I think in the picture that they took of me, I'm like bawling.
Yeah.
Just like all the emotions started going. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I never thought I'd be a champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys kind of like your popularity kind of like just like took off, because we go to WrestlePro and it's just like you see one day like, oh, Beach Bums debuted, and then it's like you see people with Beach Bum tank tops, t-shirts, everything. Like the fans like love you guys too.
Yeah,
man.
just in time for summer, I think. That's
Yeah. Well, originally the fan base originally started with like, we just had family members come and kind of supporting us, and I think people started to see, oh, there's people supporting these guys.
Yeah.
We should let's see what they're about, instead of just, oh, they're just another team coming into WrestlePro, not really going to be anything.
Yeah.
It's kind of, so I think when people started seeing that we had fans, they were family. I think that's what sparked more people to
it definitely
take
gave
interest.
us some momentum, and then I also think just the fact that we were constantly making promos and putting out stuff on social media.
Yeah, cool
Amazing.
videos. Yeah, definitely.
That's this guy right here. That's all him.
I think that definitely gave people the idea that we're here to stay. We're taking this seriously. It's not just a one-off. It's not just we're another tag team that's going to come and go. Like, this is a full-on character. Like, we're invested in this. This is us.
You guys look the part too.
Thank you.
When you guys came in, I'm always like, those guys look cool. I was like, yeah, they're Beach Bums. I was like, yeah, I see that. They do look like they would be Beach Bums.
Yeah, he's dressing up.
That was my wardrobe already. I didn't have to change anything for this. This is how I grew up on Long Beach Island.
Did the people at WrestlePro, did they support the promos and stuff like that? Did they come out and help you with those, or did you just go on yourself?
And yeah, everyone's been really supportive. Mario Bocra has been really, really helpful with kind of structuring, giving a lot of critiques and everything. Pat as well, Dan Moff, Kevin. Yeah, everyone's been real supportive. Nobody's been always shot any ideas down. It's kind of been like, that's a good idea. How about you do it? If you tweak it like this, tweak it like that, maybe you shoot it this way, maybe you shoot it that way, say this, say that. Just spit out different ideas. Some stuff works, some stuff doesn't, but it's better to try and fail than to not try at all.
Yeah, it's definitely a very constructive locker room. Some of those guys like Mario, they're the first ones we'll send our promos to when they're done. Especially in the game, we're like, can we even put this out? Is this good enough? Or are we going to embarrass ourselves? And the first one we did as a group was pretty bad. We just did it in a locker room, and we were like, okay, Mario told us if you guys are going to do this character, you need to go all the way with it. It can't just be in a locker room. You guys need to be on the beach. You need to have the surf attitudes, the surf dress. Everything has to fit together with the character for people to take it seriously. So we took that to heart, and the next promo we did, we went down to Long Beach Island to Surf City. And we spent the day there, hanging out on the beach, filming, taking pictures. Got some good Chinese buffet from there afterwards.
I enjoyed the filming, but I think the Chinese buffet was probably my favorite part. Definitely my favorite part.
Yeah, I mean, we make a day out of our filming sessions, and we just like really, we act like beach bums. That's what we are. We hang out at my house, or we go to whatever beach we can find.
That's
So how is the training for tag teams different than the singles guys? Do they give you the same one-on-one training, or do they give you like different training as a team?
We still do. Everyone trains together, but when we do, say we're running a tag team drill, then it'll be we'll make sure that we team up with each other for the drill against we'll do a drill against like Team España or like the Heavenly Bodies, Apple Core.
Yeah, it helps with the chemistry to try to do as many drills as you can together and kind of gauge where each other at and help each other out rather than doing it individually. So when the time comes where we're doing tag team drills, we work together.
Yeah. Or
when we're breaking up into running practice matches, we always find each other first, then try to find another team that we could work off of.
Okay, cool. So, and like being trios champion, do you think like like companies should like incorporate more like 3-man tag teams as opposed like I think it kind of helps with like more exposure at least.
Yeah, I think a trios division is something that lacks in independent wrestling, especially. I don't feel like besides Ring of Honor, who has the trios other trios championships. I feel more independent companies should have trios teams because there's a team like us who wants to get out there more and work more places. Yeah. And it's hard because if we want to work as a trios team, there's not really much trios teams to work with. So if we do work at a lot of outside places as a tag team with a manager, as a tag team and then a singles guy, but I definitely want to do more trios matches. So any independent promotions out there that have trios teams, you can book the Beach Bums.
I think it helps too because it's like, there might be 3 guys who, individually, they're okay. They're not really getting a break, but you put them 3 together, and then it gives them like, they can shine more. They can, you can book them. They can do stuff.
Yeah, you never know what chemistry is going to be there until you see it. And I didn't really think about it until after we became a trios, but I was realizing a lot of my favorite matches over the last few years were trios matches. Yeah. Like the Shield versus the Wyatts. Those matches were incredible.
Yeah.
Lucha Underground, they had a great trios division. The Worldwide Underground and all those guys. Like there's just so many moving parts that you can do so much in a trios match. So I'm a little surprised more independent promotions haven't taken advantage of it yet. But I hope that's a trend that's going to change real soon.
Yeah, I think it definitely is going up though, because I've definitely seen more and more groups of 3 coming through. But I was gonna say, I want to know what Shaka Style is all about.
Shaka Style.
Basically, it's surfing on top of your opponent any chance you get. Wrestling them down and just striking that pose and getting some nice pictures for the portfolio later. Getting a nice round of applause from the fans. That's what it's all about for me.
Yeah, like I said, if you watch any of the matches that I've been in, I love to surf on in the back, drop an elbow. He's got the surf set flip in the corner. So yeah, Shaka Styles just surfing on people, having a good time.
Yeah, it's just being creative. Like no one else does that in matches. I feel so.
No,
it's a little something we bring to our brand that we can have in our matches. They'll be like, oh yeah, they're surfers.
Yeah.
They've seen one move. They know what we're all about.
So as far as like we mentioned WrestlePro and training with Pat Buck, can you kind of tell us just what Pat Buck has meant to you guys and kind of the advice and him helping you guys along the way?
Pat's been super supportive, he's been really great to us. Pat's, in my opinion, one of the best trainers out there. He's one of the best, I think he's one of the best wrestlers, pure wrestlers that I've ever seen.
For sure.
Yeah, I think he's very underrated. I don't think a lot of people give him credit for stuff that he can do, stuff that he knows, where he's been. So, yeah, Pat's been awesome. Pat's given us a lot of advice. Different ways to do things, different ways to think about things. Yeah, I can't say enough good stuff about Pat.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Myself, I'm so grateful that I found WrestlePro and Pat Buck as a trainer. I listened to a lot of podcasts before making my decision of where to go to wrestling school, and constantly the name that was being dropped was Pat Buck. Yeah. People like Simon Dean were putting him over, Colt Cabana. I heard on Kurt Hawkins' podcast, he was talking about their school that they opened. So I was just constantly hearing this name, and I looked up his stuff and found out about his story. The man's done everything. He's seen every system from the inside and out. So there's just unlimited knowledge that he can give to you if you're willing to listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, you guys have teamed up with some WWE legends like Hornswaggle and Rikishi. Talk about those kind of experiences and if they gave you good advice.
Team up with Rikishi, which is the first guy we had to team up with from WWE. He was really fun to work with. He's a lot of fun to work with. I think the way he lives his life and being from being Samoan and stuff like that, he's kind of him and the Beach Bums kind of mesh really well together. Yeah. So he was really cool. He said we were very entertaining. So that was something that we said, okay, we're obviously doing something right. So let's keep doing what we're doing. Let's try to get much more entertaining and get more. Yeah, I don't know. This guy's a talker. I'm not. That's a good thing.
No, yeah, Rikishi was great, and again, another surreal experience. That was our first encounter working with a WWE legend.
I was nervous going into that match.
Yeah, it's you don't want to miss anything up
Yeah.
in front of him. But I was glad that we were able to pull off a pretty good match alongside Rikishi. Hornswaggle too was a lot of fun. Had a lot of really fun ideas, and I don't know if you guys saw that match, but we got to do a lot of fun spots in there. With job security, but were a perfect foil for us to play off.
Oh yeah,
just bumbling goons biting their ass, and
I love how they put up the picture with Christy, how they shut down the beach.
Yeah. It was just perfect timing, that whole storyline. I felt.
I love the vignettes too with you guys. Putting laxatives on their pizza.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, this is awesome. And, them picking up off the beach and stuff. Oh man, it was just some good stuff.
That was another. I think that day was probably longer than the first day. First time we went to film.
That day
was really long.
5 hours or so just on the beach, and that's 7 guys.
I felt
trying to keep that under control.
I felt bad for the guys for job security because they had to wear black jeans and a black T-shirt.
No, I didn't feel bad.
Yeah.
They're bad dudes.
That's true.
Speaking of bad dudes, you guys, we were talking about you beat Team Espanicos for the Trios Championship. Nikos Ricos, he's actually a friend of the show. We actually love that guy a lot.
Okay.
He's a good guy. Can you kind of just tell us about that match and tell us about those guys, another 3-man team, and just the battles you guys have had with them.
Well, if anyone who's followed WrestlePro, they know that Team Espanicos jumped us in the first for opening round of the Trios tournament. So they took us out of our match in Brooklyn against CPA, Habib, and the Blob. Then we had a match with them again in was it Union?
Yeah.
It was in Union.
In the winter.
Yeah. and they some cheating tactics to beat us.
Yeah, I believe I was hit in the head with a loaded clipboard.
Loaded clipboard. So we got a revenge in Raw way, and
Those clipboards.
yeah.
I'm getting flashbacks. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a revenge in Raw way. And yeah.
Yeah, they're a team that we've run into in other promotions as well.
Yeah.
We've wrestled them countless times, so we all kind of like know each other's tricks. But it's fun when you find a team like that, and you can play off of, and you're always pushing each other to try something new, not just fall back on the old standbys.
I can wrestle Team Espana and Nikos Ricos every day for a year, and it would still be probably the most fun I would have. I've had more fun wrestling against those three guys than probably any match I've had. Yeah. I really enjoy working with them. It's not fun when they beat us, but it's fun when we beat them. So.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to do some vignettes with them as well. Just see how a couple soccer players and a Greek dude will handle the beach.
Beach soccer.
I think the coach will do just fine, though.
I think Coach would do just fine.
He seems considerably more comfortable on the beach. I'm not sure what it is, but it's there.
So at BBWF, guys, you guys took on Heavenly Bodies and Robbie E. How was it like wrestling one of those guys on a primetime?
Wrestling the bodies. The bodies have been all over the place. Been doing it. I think Justin and Mark have been doing it for 10 years. Let's say 10 years. They've been doing it, and Robbie's been doing it probably longer than 17. I think he's been doing it for like 17 years. So wrestling those guys is the fun experience. It's a great learning experience. They have a lot of knowledge and a lot of stuff that we can pick their brains from. Robbie's been really cool to us. Robbie's been a really nice guy to us. So
yeah, I mean, he's such a character too, which is something I really admire. Like,
yeah,
wrestling him, like it's hard not to crack up in the middle of a match. I think we opened a match and I had the magic conch shell out. And all of a sudden he starts flipping out, saying that he's afraid of shells, and like starts hopping up, like grabbing the rope and like hiding, and the ref's like trying to pull him back in there. So there's just so much character that you can play off of there, which just makes any match with them easy.
Yeah, Robbie is hilarious. He's
yeah.
great. He's a great guy too. You know, like
oh yeah,
anything situation. But talking about a fun match. You had a match with Micah Jenkins at Starland, and that was crazy. It reminded me of like a Cruiserweight Classic match. Like, there's so many.
I'm like, tired just thinking about it.
Yeah. Just talk about that match a little bit.
So up until that point, I've never had a singles match at WrestlePro except that's a lie. I wrestled CAQ in Edison, but that was about 30 seconds.
So I was there to witness it.
Yeah. But yeah, match against Micah Jenkins at Starland. That was my first taste of like real singles action. And originally we were scheduled to be on the pre-show to the show. And Kevin comes up to us before the show and says, "You're scratching the pre-show. You guys are gonna just open the show." So that put way more pressure on us. That we're like, okay, now we're opening the entire show. Now like everything we were gonna do, we got to bump it up 100-fold. So, yeah, I like working with Micah. I think he's one of the best young talents at WrestlePro. So that match was a lot of fun. It was tiring. I couldn't breathe when I got back. So
just watching in the back, I'm like, getting blown up.
That match made me want to bump my cardio up a lot more. I started doing a lot more cardio after that match. But yeah, that match was a lot of fun. I enjoyed working with Micah. I hope I get to wrestle him again sometime, maybe in Raw way. Yeah, you never know.
That's a crazy fast-paced match, and like there was a lot of cool spots in there.
Yeah,
definitely fun. I would love to see that match again.
Yeah,
nice. So let's see. Can you guys tell us, in your opinions, your favorite 3-man groups of all time? It could be anybody. You can pick whoever you want. You can pick the original NWO. I'll put those as a 3-man group.
Oh, man. We don't even remember that.
You don't even remember that? Oh, man. Come on. Did you say really young?
I said you could pick Virgil, and DiBiase, and Andre the Giant.
That's true. Favorite 3-man teams? I like the Shield. I like the
Yeah.
Shield. I mean, I'm gonna pick the newest team I'm gonna pick. They weren't really a 3-man team, but I guess they could have worked as a 3-man team. Was the New Breed from the WWE reboot of ECW? I really like them. Elijah Burke, Marcus Corvan, Kevin Thorne, Matt Striker. Yeah, Matt Striker. Matt Striker's been at WrestlePro a couple times. He's cool.
Awesome.
So yeah, I like the New Breed. Yeah, I guess NWO, because I mean, even though I didn't grow up watching them, going back on the network, watching some of their old stuff, it's just how can you not love the NWO?
Yeah, of course.
And plus, you know, like everything the Bullet Club is doing now is pretty much
Yeah.
NWO.
Yeah, I mean, when you say 3-man groups, just, you know, being the young stud that I am, I immediately think of the Shield as well, one of the more recent ones, and I just thought it was incredible how they just rocketed straight to the top of Monday Night Raw and were in all these huge main event feuds, super hardcore matches, and just they can make every match and segment they're in extremely entertaining. And they just made everything feel so important. And it just felt unprecedented, like 3 guys that came out of nowhere to suddenly become top stars. Another one that I really admire is the Worldwide Underground and Lucha Underground.
Yeah.
I draw a lot of inspiration from them. The playing electric guitar riffs, and they do a lot of goofy stuff, but also can really go in the ring. And they're a team I would love to wrestle at some point. We'll see if we can keep up. TJ's been working on his cardio, so maybe toe to toe with the Jack Evans.
Sometimes no pick 3MB with Hornswaggle.
Yeah,
That's true.
It's funny because like when Seth turned on the Shield, like people were thinking like that was real. You know, I remember like that went around like all over. Like everybody thought like, oh my god, like they hate each other.
and the way they did it too, like they did it while they were on top, right after they beat
exactly,
Evolution
I was
back to
Like just
back.
one.
Yeah, I was. That was Payback 2014. That was when I was still living in Chicago. I was actually at that show, so I get to say I was at the last Shield match, the last Shield Evolution match. Oh, take NWO off there. Put Evolution on there. I'm an Evolution guy. I don't know why. I don't know why it slipped my mind, but yeah. So I was at Payback, the last Shield match, and then the next night I'd flown to Arizona Monday morning, and I'm in my hotel room watching Raw while I'm sitting in my hotel room in Arizona on a Monday night watching Raw. I don't know. It's nice. It's nice outside. I'm inside watching Raw, but I'm sitting there, and right as I turned the TV on, that was the first thing I seen. Was Seth hit Roman with the chair, and I'm like, no.
Where did this come
What?
from?
Why did I go inside?
Yeah. I'm like, I should have stayed by the pool and just looked at this later. It wouldn't hurt as much.
It's so crazy. It's devastating.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, but I think that's like one of the perfect examples. You can see like 3 guys you just put together. They became like a sick ass group, and it's like they broke up. And look at all 3 of them are major stars right now.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man.
That's the ideal situation, I think.
Yeah.
You use the trio to get them on TV,
Mm-hmm.
and then see where they can go from there when you split them up.
Mm-hmm. So as far as like, all right, so I'll give you guys like 2 scenarios, and you tell me which one you prefer. So we talked about like being trios champion, and starting divisions like trios champion, or having like the Freebird rules, or kind of like how New Day does it right now,
Right.
where they're tag team champions and any of the 3 guys could go in.
Right.
Which do you guys kind of prefer?
I guess we've kind of gotten thrown into both situations.
Yeah,
right now we're in a tag team championship tournament for Phoenix Pro in Pennsylvania, and we're just switching off the pairing between rounds, keeping each other fresh. So I think that way gives us more of an advantage for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Take a lot less beatings, but
I don't know. I think I prefer just doing straight up like trios matches, 6-man matches.
yeah, I think I'd really love to find like some other like true trios teams that we can just go and like see where we can get in like 20 minutes and just see how many crazy combinations we can get, tag team moves, triple team moves, dives to the outside on 5 other people, just
Dives. Not against dives, but I mean, not every match needs a dive. we haven't done any dives yet, and I think we're doing all right. I think we're doing all right for ourselves. My body's still intact.
That's it. I kind of feel like with the free bird rules, like kind of like New Day is like perfect example. I feel like every time Xavier's in a match, I feel like they're gonna lose. I was like, what?
What happened last
night? I was surprised. I was so shocked.
He was the hero of the match.
I was so shocked.
When I heard that, I had to watch it back right away. I was like,
every time he's in there, I'm like, yo, this guy's gonna lose. They can't win when he's in there.
I had to watch the replay last night too. I was like, oh man, like, you sure that happened? I just saw it with my two eyes. Do you think it's easier for you guys as a trio to work with each other? Like Micah, he has a guy like a veteran like Craig Steele to bounce ideas off of. You guys kind of started at the same time. Do you guys feel like you might need a veteran to hold ground you guys, or do you bounce it off and like try to figure out between the three of you? Like, better.
I mean, it definitely wouldn't hurt to have a veteran guy to like bounce ideas off of, give us advice. But I think having three fresh faces as a team, there's no expectations going into it. Whereas you had a veteran guy, it's like, okay, he's established, so let's see if he can elevate these younger guys. Mm-hmm. Whereas with the three young guys that we have, it's kind of like, okay, let's see what these three young guys can do with kind of like no veteran help on their team. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I mean...
Yeah, I agree. I think, first of all, there's no lack of veteran guys around us at WrestlePro. There's always guys that we can reach out to if we need help or if we want to bounce ideas off of. But I think the big benefit of being three new faces in WrestlePro is we all feel comfortable with each other. We don't feel like any one of us is a step above or anything. We all kind of feel at the same level. Mm-hmm. So we're not afraid to bounce the most ridiculous ideas off of each other. We're not afraid to bring up filming a vignette about putting laxatives in job security's pizza. We're willing to do anything at this point if it means we're gonna get some views on YouTube or get onto a show or like just make memorable moments for the fans. Like, we're willing to try anything at this point.
Nice. And when you guys came in, I don't know if you saw Derek's attire, but he's got socks and sandals. Yeah. And I wanted to know if you guys thought that's a violation. Obviously, not with socks and sandals. Come on.
I would never do it.
Yeah, Freddie might be against it, but
I'm not going to judge you. We are in your home, so.
I got some slides like that too, and they cut up my feet. So like I was always against it, but now all of a sudden I'm start wearing socks and sandals. And I hate it because I can't do it. Like I walk out and I feel like an idiot.
Yeah. You just feel the eyes on you immediately.
It depends on the environment.
Yeah,
true. So if you're at the beach, you can't wear socks with your sandals.
No, man, just the idea of socks on the beach.
I do it when I get home from work and I have to walk the dog and I'm like, all right, I don't put my shoes back on, so I'm like, this is it. Socks and sandals for like the next 10 minutes. Let's pass this walk and we're done.
Being from Chicago, like that's it was like throwing a pair of sweat shorts, t-shirt, socks, sandals. That was like the normal attire. If you wore like regular sneakers to go out, like that was something like you were like, what are you doing? Why are you wearing sneakers? Why don't you just throw sandals on? Like,
see, I play basketball too. So
yeah, see, I play.
If you're not balling, you don't got your sneakers on.
You're right.
Put your sandals on, your socks.
I played basketball 4 years of high school, so I know exactly what you mean.
Oh man! So all right, so let's go into that since we're kind of talking about that. We're gonna ask. I got 5 questions. It's like proper beach etiquette questions. So it'll just be like, yes or no. You guys can
trying to fire us up here.
Yeah, so we already did. This is on the beach too. So socks and sandals. We'll go with that first.
No, not on the beach.
No
definitely
not
socks
on the beach.
So, yeah, socks on the beach is just like.
Disgusting.
Yeah, all right. So next one, shoes on the beach.
Shoes, I guess like a light canvas shoe, like this kind of thing.
Yeah,
maybe if you're not wearing socks with it, but really flip flops are the way to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Shaking sand out of your towel on the beach.
You always got to be wary of which way the wind is.
Yeah.
You don't want to start shaking it out and then it blows back and some poor family got next to you.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Feeding the seagulls.
Feeding the seagulls.
Feeding the seagulls.
I'm alright with. I say yeah. I'm alright with.
I think if it's like a healthy snack, you're all good. Like a nice carrot stick. The seagulls.
Seagulls gotta stay healthy too.
Yeah, don't be feeding them Cheetos or anything like that.
Oh, no.
Alright, last one. Listening to music on the beach.
Only if it's beach music. If you're listening to the Hawaii 5-0 theme song on repeat, then you're fine.
On loop. That's all we listen to.
On loop, yeah. That's all you do.
I told my dad that Hawaii 5-0 was based on a true story, and he believed me. Unfortunately, he thought that was the truth. But what about peeing in the ocean?
No.
What?
I say no. It's disgusting.
It's the world's largest bathroom.
See?
It's disgusting. I mean, alright. I think if you're like the only person in the ocean, then like it's okay. But if you're with people, no, don't do it, please.
It always gets.
I'm guilty of it. I am guilty of it, but I
So
don't.
who are you to say? What are you, the lifeguard? Huh?
Me, the lifeguard? No, I'm just the crow. I don't know. Next question.
What's your go-to boardwalk game?
Go-to boardwalk game?
Yeah.
I like the crane machine. I'm not good at it, but I like it. You never win it. You never win, but you always hope that you win. So you just keep spending money on it. I guess it's good for the board. It's good for the boardwalk. They make money.
Yeah, right.
But
It was like the balloon thing. You throw the darts at the balloon.
I don't like that because I'm not good at it. I'm
I
not
was
good. I'm not
always
good
good
at
at the bean bags into the tin
Oh,
cans.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Or the catapult frog game.
That was
You
fun.
gotta land it on the platform. I've won that quite a few times.
I like
a lot of stuffed monkeys from that.
I like playing the basketball game where you shoot into the hoop.
Oh yeah.
So I won a Jacksonville Jaguars basketball playing that. Like the most random thing you can win. Yeah.
That's like the worst prize.
Yeah.
Jacksonville. What?
They're like, here's your prize. I'm like, out of all the teams you could give me, you give me this one. I'm like, I'm a Bulls fan. Give me like a Bulls one. Give me a Giants one. Give me a Mets one. No, give me a Jacksonville Jaguars. What are you doing?
That's terrible. So as far as let's say like fantasy, 3-on-3, who would you guys want to face?
Fantasy. I'll let Freddie answer this one first. Because Freddie.
Man, I mean, I gotta say, Worldwide Underground, Jack Evans, PJ Black, Johnny Mundo, just like three of the most incredible athletes in the sport today. And I think the characters would play off each other really well. We could do some fun vignettes with that. And then the match would be just unlike anything anyone's ever seen before.
I definitely say.
Now, fantasy, I'd say Evolution. I love it. I mean, obviously, it wouldn't happen. So, like,
It's possible.
I mean, it's possible. It is possible.
Involved in wrestling?
We're gonna be on the outside.
Yeah.
Batista.
I don't know about that. I mean, Rick can still go.
There can still go.
I don't think I'll ever stop.
Yeah. But yeah, a team that's going right now that I would like to face would be the Elite. I think Young Bucks.
That's what I was gonna say too.
Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. They're at the top of their game right now. They're the thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Whether you watch WWE, whether you watch New Japan, Ring of Honor, any kind of wrestling, the Elite are always somewhere in the mix. The Bullet Club is always somewhere in the mix. If you watched Talking Smack last night, Kevin Owens said, "I'm the Elite." Wink, wink.
Yeah.
That's a shot. That's pointed right at the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. So if we ever get a chance to work the Elite, that would be a lot. One, would be a lot of fun. Two, would be a great learning experience because they're guys that have been around for a long time. Kenny Omega's an old JPW guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's probably who I would want to face the most right now. Would be the Elite.
Yeah, I wouldn't turn it down.
Of course not.
I mean, I wouldn't turn down really any match right at this point, but
Be a lot of surfing and a lot of super kicks.
Oh,
yeah. They haven't seen Beach Party yet. They haven't seen the Beach Party yet.
So, can you tell us about now? You guys have a sponsorship as well, right? That's Collar and Elbow.
We just got the Collar and Elbow sponsorship.
Yeah, can you kind of tell us how it came about and tell us about the brand as well.
That was all Brody. Brody kind of set that all up. We did the Monster Factory Super Camp not too long ago, and the two of the guys that we wrestled there.
There was Controlled
Chaos.
Wes Howard, Kobe Howard.
They I think they're sponsored by Collar and Elbow, so they kind of told us, we're like, hey, you should reach out to these guys, see what can come about of it. Brody reached out to him. Next thing you know, a couple days later, we're sponsored by Collar and Elbow. So you go on collarandelbow.com, use the code SHAKA. I don't know if we get anything else to get 10% off. Do you?
I don't know, man. I just want some more shirts.
I don't know, yeah. I thought if you use the code SHAKA, it helps us out, so.
Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Can you talk about like BBWF and what kind of atmosphere it is wrestling for them?
I always enjoy working for BBWF. Dan Rem's always been really good to us. They put us in some fun matches against a lot of cool opponents. We wrestled. Our first match there was against Team Shazam, Kenny Bangle, Corey Dillinger, and Dan DeMann. So that match was a lot of fun. I think Corey's gonna be a star. I think Corey's like he's got something about him. I really like Corey.
Yeah.
So.
No, yeah, Dan, he brings in like a great mix of talent.
Yeah.
Like he has a lot of the WrestlePro guys, so a lot of guys that we're familiar with. Then just a lot of like the local indie guys that have either been around for a while or a lot of up and comers like Corey. Just he brings in the right mix of names and up and comers, I think. So there's always a really cool atmosphere both in the locker room and on those shows. And I think that brand is just getting started with growing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With there being so many WrestlePro guys on that roster, how is it different from being at WrestlePro?
I think what makes it different is that there are a mix of WrestlePro guys and kind of like more local guys. Where at WrestlePro, it's kind of more the core guys and I feel like at WrestlePro is a lot more names than at BBWF.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a lot. We see a lot of the same faces, but so. The WrestlePro locker room, the BBWF locker room aren't too different, but at the same time, it's different enough to where it's not kind of getting repetitive, and you're like, okay, doing the same stuff every weekend, every show, it's all the same. There's something different about both companies, and BBWF, like Freddie said, I think is only just beginning, and they're gonna grow and be something a lot bigger. So I'm excited for the future of BBWF.
Definitely. Yeah. Just as a fan, I feel like the difference, like BBWF, it just seems like a funnish environment.
Yeah.
Like, compared to WrestlePro, where it's like, not serious because it's wrestling and everything, but like, you know what I mean?
No, yeah.
As far as like that goes.
I mean, I think the cool thing about BBWF is I feel maybe a lot more freedom to kind of try some new stuff out. Not saying we don't get freedom at WrestlePro, because we do, but I think BBWF is kind of like a smaller shows.
I think that's the size of the crowd definitely dictates how the performers feel. I think when there can be a lot more fan interaction on the smaller shows, so that could contribute to making it feel a little bit more fun. I'm not sure what else to say though.
BWF, I just think is like, if you're like a indie fan, it's like freaking indie heaven for you.
They bring in
everybody,
all the indie names, all the local guys that you know.
Then it's like, we're just like, oh, I'm used to going to WrestlePro. I see these guys here. I go to UWA. I see these guys here, or JP. I see these guys, and then it's like. Everybody's just all in one place.
It's such a great mix.
It's just great. I love it. And I think they will be like, something like really good. Like like you said, like Mark and Dan, like both of those guys are like
driven forward.
Oh yeah.
Talking about like a mixture, you, Freddie, got to face Prince Akhenaken like in a kind of like a dream match scenario.
Yeah.
How was it wrestling him? Because he has a unique,
friend of the show.
a unique wrestling repertoire. Moveset.
Yeah, I mean, I do remember getting choked out by a sweaty singlet strap. That wasn't too nice, but I was able to reverse it into an arm drag.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a lot of fun. He played off the Magic Conch very well. We did a little backstage vignette with that. I mean, yeah, that's just someone who knows who he is in wrestling, and he's able to carry himself with such confidence that it's impossible not to have a good time being in the ring with him. And we faced him one other time as trios against his team of Golden Showers. Yes, that is the real name.
That match was a lot of fun.
that match, really funny. One of our longer matches we've had. And he's just such a character, man.
That was your debut there, right?
That was our debut at Ace,
So, yeah, man, that was a unique team right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to face him again, either one-on-one or get our trios together and see what magic we can pull off.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the Magic Conch, I'm going to assume, because you're young,
Yes.
that it's from SpongeBob.
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 What are you talking about?
That's all. This is all I knew.
It's all him.
Yeah, man. I found it on a beach and started listening to it.
Oh man. Just tells you what's gonna happen.
I don't know, man. I can't hear the Magic content. He can hear it.
Yeah, no, I've heard this SpongeBob reference before. Like these little kids come up to me and they're like, "Oh yeah, SpongeBob." I don't know. They said it's like a movie or like a TV show or something. I mean, we're beach bums. We don't have TVs on the beach.
Live in a sandcastle.
Well, he lives in the pineapple, so that's kind of funny.
Oh, you would love that, KJ.
I would love SpongeBob. I love pineapples.
Oh,
This guy and his pineapples. Man.
I bought a pineapple and didn't even make it to the show with the pineapple. I was so mad.
He just goes through them that quickly.
So, Fred, did you come up with the design for the beach bums? Because you're pretty artistic. You have.
I did, yeah. I went to school for art and writing, so I do a lot of the creative side of things, and I'm constantly coming up with designs. It's part inspired by the Beach Boys logo, and partly just because I wanted to have a butt in our design. So I tried to find a creative way to do that, so I made the butt son the beach bum.
Nice.
Did you also come up with the attire too for you guys, or how do you guys get everything to match so well?
Yeah, I mean, we were able to find some different like Hawaiian prints, and I was able to put together some of the kick pad covers, knee pad covers, headbands, stuff like that. I've been teaching myself to sew just so that we can have gear that would be unique and fit along with our character. I'm also in the process of designing and drawing my own designs that would be kind of in the same style as the Beach Bum logo. So I just finished one that has pineapples and squiggly lines.
So ready for that. So ready.
You never know if that'll be a full-on gear design soon.
Should be.
I have another question for you guys. Do you think you guys could take on the team from the Jersey Shore, like Ronnie, Situation, Pauly D, or something like that?
Oh yeah.
Like Beach Bums versus Jersey Shore. I mean,
Beach Bums versus Jersey Shore. I'm calling it out right now. Ronnie, Mike Situation, Vinny, calling you out. We're gonna try to get you booked at WrestlePro Trios title match.
Angelina and Snooki have been involved in wrestling, and
yeah, it's true.
You know, so I'm like, hey,
that could be a lot of people jumping around now.
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to go to the beach and find some reinforcements to.
A couple of beach babes to come with us.
Yeah, we get the. What's the name?
No.
Yeah. No.
I feel like you guys could take those guys down.
I think so.
I think if we could take on Espanicos with Coach D and Nikki Ricos and win the trios titles, we can defend it from just about anyone.
That's it. That's true.
Definitely.
I agree.
You got anything else, Drew?
Can we do the dream? Oh, yeah. How was it getting in the ring with an established guy like Craig Steele and Micah Jenkins at the same time, and knowing that they have a little extra security on the corner and stuff like that? Does that help? Like, does that change your perspective on that? Knowing that there's Gino Goss on the corner or something like that, or Vanity maybe trying to distract you or something. Does that?
Did you just call Gino Little?
No, you call Little Gino.
That's what I heard, man. You said Little Security?
Yes, you're upset.
Yeah, he was not a friend of the show.
It was little.
It's not right.
I meant like a little extra something, like like from a regular man. You might have just like a one-on-one match or something like that with somebody. But even with coach and maybe Nicky Adams on the side, does that kind of stuff going into the match?
It's definitely an extra consideration, and believe it or not, it's kind of hard to wrestle when you have an older man blowing his whistle in your face.
Definitely changes up the strategy a little bit, because you gotta not only focus on the guys in the ring, you gotta focus on the guys and the girls on the outside of the ring. So you gotta plan everything kind of around that. You might hit one big move on someone on the inside, and you got Coach D climbing up, coming to get you from the back. So
yeah, trying to hit you with a loaded clipboard.
Coach D tried to distract us during the title match. Tried to grab him right by his cut off collared shirt. I was about to give him a nice little shaka punch. I heard Nikos Rikas coming from behind. Ducked it, let Nikos punch him. Let Nikos get him.
Yeah, I've still got some beef with Coach D, so I have a feeling it's not the last you've seen of him or Team Speed.
Oh no, definitely not. They're due a rematch. They're technically still due a rematch for the titles. So anytime they're ready, the Beach Bums are right here, ready to surf into the ring, kick their bums. Yeah.
Too, you guys see like Anthony Bowens making it to NXT and Chris Payne, and then on the other side you see, Fala and Mario and KM making it to Impact. Now do you feel like you made the right choice by continuing this journey, that there is some light at the end of the tunnel, that you could go to some major company?
Yeah.
On the training you have.
Yeah, definitely. The training we get at WrestlePro is, in my opinion, some of the best. We've trained some other places just to see what else is out there, but to me, nothing compares to the training we get at WrestlePro. You mentioned Anthony Bowens getting a chance down at NXT. Anthony Bowens is a good family friend of mine, and so being able to learn from him and hear his experience going down to NXT, I think is definitely going to help prepare myself, help prepare the Beach Bums for. Say we get a call from Impact, say we get a call from NXT, say, hey, we need a trios team to come in and, film something, have a match,
Yeah, I think it's nice to know those doors are open. Yeah. Those opportunities are always there. So I'm very grateful for where we are and the group that we've gotten in with. And, it's only going to help us seeing these other guys succeed. So, some people, I'm sure, get bitter about certain people getting opportunities, but the way I look at it is it's only going to help us. It's going to give us a foot in the door. Mm-hmm. It's going to give us more to learn from their experiences in these different places. So whenever they come back, they have new stories to share with us. So it's been very cool for me to see them all succeed, and I'm sure it's only going to get better from here.
Definitely. And I'll ask my final question. And what are both of your goals? Collectively, what do you guys want to accomplish, and individually, what do you guys want to accomplish?
I think collectively, we just want to be the best trios that we can possibly be. Yeah. Not to get ahead of ourselves, but eventually be on that level of an elite or a Shield, where people are bringing us in as the trios and trying to form a division around us. That would be the coolest thing possible, I think, as a trios. Yeah,
we go as a team. I think we try to be the most entertaining thing on the show. We try our best to do that. Sometimes we succeed. Sometimes we don't. So, long term, like you said, you want to be on that elite level of trios teams. Individually, I think our individual goals are kind of similar to our team goals. Because individually, you want to be the best. If you're a singles guy, you want to be the best. If you're a trios team, you want to be the best. If you're a trios team, you want to make it all the way to the WWE, you want to make it to New Japan, make it to Ring of Honor, big companies like that. And also the singles guy, you want to make it to the big companies like New Japan, Ring of Honor, and WWE. So, I think individual goals and team goals are similar. So I think.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything too specific as far as being an individual. I'd love to be on TV, see myself on TV screen, and be able to tell my parents, "Hey, look, I actually made it on TV."
I'm doing some of this wrestling thing.
Just to kind of I guess solidify my dream and be like, okay, like this is actually amounting to something.
Yeah.
That would be cool. But I mean, in the meantime, we're having a ton of fun, just getting to be ourselves out there, surfing on people, and just hanging out with the fans, stuff like that. Like it all makes it worth it.
Nice.
Since you guys debuted, you have a lot of infamous moments. You know, your debut, some big wins. What has been your favorite moments that stand out?
I mean, I think that winning the trios titles has to be something that like will always stick with me. I always remember the date, always remember the match, everything like that. So I think that winning the trios titles is probably like the biggest moment that we've had so far. Obviously, besides our debut, that's always something that's gonna stick with us.
Yeah, definitely that trios moment was one of the most emotional. And then just as far as matches, I think that match with Hornswaggle against Job Security, just the build up to it, the vignettes, everything just seemed to come together to make a really fun match. The crowd was super into it, and we came out with the win in a very sandy rain. We loved.
So, can you guys tell us where can fans find you guys on social media?
We are Beach Bums Pro on Instagram, Beach Bums Wrestle on Facebook, Beach Bums Pro on Twitter, and
you can also follow our new Snapchat, Beach Bums Pro on Snapchat.
You also have your own YouTube channel.
We have our own YouTube channel. It's the Beach Bums on YouTube. Yes,
I love when the young guys come because all the young guys got Snapchat.
Oh yeah,
all those guys got like one thing. Yeah, follow me on Facebook.
we just set up the.
Still learning how to use it.
Yeah,
Facebook I don't like updating as much, but Instagram is kind of my thing, and then YouTube we're uploading a video like almost every week, some kind of promo for whatever shows we have coming up. So we're always putting out new content and finding fun or funny pictures from different shows that we're doing every week.
Nice.
So we try to stay as active as we can, keep the fans entertained in between matches.
Sweet. Well, we thank you guys for coming through.
Thank you for having us.
Sharing stories. Telling us about beach etiquette.
Yeah, better stick to it, man. We'll find you.
Definitely. And for us, we're Wrestling IQ 101. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Wrestling IQ 101. You can check out the website, WrestlingIQ101.com. You can listen to this great interview, all of our other great interviews. Make sure you check out the B Plus Player Radio Network, hosted by our boy, Mark Adam Haggerty. Make sure you subscribe to it, iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, SoundCloud, all that good stuff. And we are out. You have just listened to the Wrestling IQ 101 podcast, powered by B Plus Player Radio.
One more for the good guy.